Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer slash football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. All right, all right. Yeah, last night was a great night. Man, oh man, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Yes, I'm excited. Yes, I hit 100%. Y'all already know it. What's up? For my over and under, I hit 100%. I'm gonna show you right here. I did say Benfica was gonna score a goal. They ended up scoring two. I said Celtic was gonna score a goal. They ended up scoring. PSG over 1.5. They had two, or they probably had more too. I'm not sure, but they got that. Inter Milan, same thing. I said it was gonna go over 1.5. It went over 1.5. Young Boys said they were not even gonna score 1.5. They were saying that 1.5, but I knew they were not even gonna score one. So I got that. And then Arsenal over 1.5. They got that. So cha-ching, baby. Let's go. I'll take that. Yeah. But for my other bet, I did the money line straight bet. Unfortunately, I did not hit Barcelona. I screwed up on that one. I went with Barca, Real Madrid, and Arsenal. I hit two of them, but the Barca I did not hit. So that's out of all of these games, the only one that I wanted to hit was Barca, and I didn't. And I was like, damn, like that hurt me. The other person that didn't hit one either was Adam Wins. In the comment section, he put that he got Barca for money line. Unfortunately, we got to get you that womp boy. Hey, but believe me, I feel that I wanted Barca to win too, so we didn't get that one. But hey, we'll get it on the next one. You know, you win some, you lose some. That's the name of the game, baby. All right. So these predictions for today will be for Thursday, January 30th. There for the UEFA EUROPA League. And they also have 18 games, but I'm only doing four. I'm not going to do four of them, so I'm only going to do 14. I know it's still a lot, so it is going to be a long video, but I don't think I'm going to try not to make it that long because these should be, all the information is there. I wrote it down and I'm ready for it. So, hopefully it's shorter than the other one from the Champions League. But hey, if you guys are serious about making that money, you know, then you're going to listen to every single detail I'm telling you because, like I said, you know, I ended up hitting 100%, right? It's hard to do that, but you know, you can do it if you really, listen and you really go through all these, information that I'm giving you. Because that was the only thing that I hit, right? I also said, what was it? I think I remember saying the Bayern Munich. Remember they were like sitting at the total was at 5. I'm like, there's no way they don't even make it past 4, right? What happened? They didn't. Total was like 4. It was like 3-1 or something like that. So they didn't even go over 5, right? Could have cashed on that one too. I said for Bologna, 0.5. They scored a goal, right? There's so many in here. I also said Red Star was going to win. Who won? Red Star. They ended up beating Young Boys, right? So, there were so many that I could have run with as well, but I still hit a lot. I ain't even tripping on that. What else? Yeah. Yeah. The only one that surprised me was AC Milan. I couldn't believe that, but then again, not surprised. Anyway, let's get straight into it, right? Let's do this. All right, first on the list is Ajax versus Galatasaray. Something I think that's how you pronounce it. Galatasaray. Yeah, that one. All right, bet. Let's do it. Um, Injuries. Let's see. Ajax has 3 injured players, 1 questionable. Galatasaray has 1 injured player. The total is sitting at 3.5. That is pretty high. Ajax have not been as good as they usually are. In the last 5 games, they got 2 wins, 2 L's, and 1 draw. As far as points, they haven't passed that 1.5. They have actually passed the 1.5, but they haven't gone more than 2. Their highest is 2 in their last 5 games. These two have not gone head to head, so it's going to be an interesting one. Ajax is at home, so they got that advantage. Galatasaray, on the other hand, they have not taken an L in their last 5. They got 3 dubs, 2 draws. So, and they've the most they've scored was 3 goals, right? But they only did that one time. Other than that, they do score a goal regardless. Any game, whether it's at home or not, they score a goal. They've done, their total is sitting at 1.5 for Galatasaray. They've hit this 3 out of their last 5. As far as Ajax, they're sitting at 1.5. And they've hit this 3 out of their last 5 as well. They did have a game that they played against AZ Akmar, and they did not score. And I think that's the one I was talking about, where they were like all bad. Yeah. Oh, actually, their most recent game was for the Europe Leagues, and they didn't even score a goal. So, this being said, I don't know if it's due to the injuries, which it looks like it's due to the injuries because, like I said, they got 3 injured players and then 1 questionable. So, I'm going to go with Galatasaray on this one. I think Galatasaray will score this one. As far as the total points, I maybe see Ajax scoring 1 and then Galatasaray 2. But that's like maybe, which that brings you to 3, but that 0.5 will, it'll cover it if you go under, right? So probably give me a total of under on the total. Sorry, apologize. Give me a under on the total 3.5. That's I see that happening, right? Because I don't want to put under on Ajax because they have covered this. They have covered this 3 out of their last 5 games, even though they haven't been great in the last 2 or the last 3, but I don't want to risk it, right? So just give me the under on this one, total under. Yeah. Okay, on to the next one before I get caught up. The next one is Anderlecht, or Anderlecht, I think that's how you pronounce it, versus Hoffenheim. Okay. Their injuries would be Anderlecht has 2 question, and Hoffenheim has 3 injured players, 1 player with a red card, and 6 questionable. Damn. These fools are all screwed up. All right. Anderlecht they're at home. Their total sitting at 1.5 for the team. They have covered this 3 out of their last 5. Most recent covered 4-1. But then the one before that, they did not cover. They actually lost to Victoria. Then they covered the 1.5. Look, I might do the over. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going to touch this one because it's too much. But one thing I can say is that Hoffenheim, since they got those injuries and questions, they have allowed over 1.5 at least 3 out of their last 5. So they do allow a goal per game. That's what it shows here. But as far as over that 1.5 they've allowed, uh, they have allowed this 3 out of their last 5. So, and these two have not gone head to head. So that's why it's a little tricky. It's kind of hard to tell when they haven't gone head to head. So, the last 5 games from Hoffenheim, they've only gotten 1 dub, 3 L's and 1 draw. The most recent was a draw. Then the one before that was an L. So, yeah, this could be a tie. But I don't know how I feel about this. If the total is sitting at 3, maybe an under. Hoffenheim, their team total is also sitting at 1.5, but they've covered this. They've covered this 3 out of the last 5, and their most 3 recent games, they have covered this. So I don't know. This one's too juiced up. If I was to guess, this one would probably be under 3 and a tie on this game. So yeah, that's why I would go with this. Okay, on to the next one. AS Roma versus Frankfurt. Now, my first thought is Frankfurt, right? They have been pretty good. Their last 5 games, 4 dubs, 1 draw. AS Roma, they only got 3 wins, which 1 less than Frankfurt, 1 L and 1 draw. So, but it seems like Frankfurt is the better team here. Wow, their team total for Frankfurt is sitting at 0.5. Maybe that's due to their injuries. They got 200 players, 2 players with the red card, and 6 questionable. AS Roma at home, they got 1 injured player and 1 questionable. Their team total is sitting at 1.5. The total between these two is sitting at 2.5. So let's see. The last 5 games of Roma, they have covered this 1.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they've covered the 1.54 of their last 5 games. The only thing is the most recent one they did cover, but the one before that they didn't even score. So, but I mean, 4 out of the last 5 covering 1.5 seems like a deal. As far as Frankfurt covering that 0.5, so Frankfurt has covered that apparently. I don't know when these players got injured. I don't know if it was for the Bundesliga or if it was for the UEFA Europe League. Because if it's for the UEFA Europe League, then these 2 players with the red card, they might not play. But either way, I mean, like I said, the most recent game from Frankfurt, they scored 2. And this was January 26, 2025, which was 2 days ago? 2 or 3 days ago. So, I don't know. I'm going to go with Frankfurt 0.5. If they've covered this 5 out of their last 5 games, then yeah, I see them making a goal. As far as Roma allowing a goal, they've allowed this 4 out of their last 5. That one time that didn't cover that 5 out of 5 was back in 2000. Oh no, it was this year, 2025, January 5th. So this was the beginning of the year when they didn't allow that. I think that was when Lazio was, and they had a couple injuries. Because that was versus Lazio. So give me Frankfurt 0.5. I don't know. I feel like this might happen, but I mean, you could go either way, to be honest with you. You could be the Roma 1.5 because they've covered this 5 out of 5. Wait, no, 4 out of 5. I apologize. 4 out of 5. Or Frankfurt 0.5. So, yeah. And I don't know if I mentioned Roma is at home, so they got that advantage. Okay, on to the next one. Athletic Club versus Victoria. Injuries. Athletic Club have 2 questionable. Victoria has 0 injured players. Athletic Club are playing at home. The total is sitting at 2.5. Athletic Club is sitting at 1.5, and Victoria's team total sitting at 0.5. Let's see, Victoria 0.5. Have they covered this? They've covered this. Yeah, they've covered this 5 out of 5. So with no injuries, easy. Give me Victoria to score at least a goal. Why break our heads that hard, right? As far as Athletic Club, they're sitting at 1.5, and let's see, they didn't even cover this their most recent game, right? Actually, yeah, they didn't cover this more recent game. So, yeah, they didn't even cover this their 2 most recent games. And they're sitting at 1.5. Yeah, no, give me Victoria. Probably even give me Victoria to win. They got 3 wins, 1 losses, and 1 draw in their last 5 games. Athletic Club only 1 win in their last 5 games. 3 L's and 1 draw. Yeah, no, give me Victoria to score a goal. What's going on here, right? Okay, on to the next one. Braga versus Lazio. Let's see. Braga, 1 injured player. Lazio, 2 injured players and 3 questionable. The total sitting at 2.5. Braga's team total is sitting at 1.5 and Lazio at 0.5. Let's see. Have they covered this? Lazio 0.5. They've covered this 4 of the last 5. And the last time they didn't cover this was that one game we're talking about with Roma. So there you go. And this was back in January 5th. So again, maybe Lazio does score on this one, right? 4 of the last 5. Braga is at home though, but let's see, their team total sitting at 1.5. Have they covered this? They've covered this 3 out of their last 5. The most recent game, they covered it. The one before that, they didn't cover it. So, do you really want to risk Braga having to score 2 or Lazio having to score 1, right? As far as a total 2.5, I don't really want to risk doing that, especially if we have Lazio covering that 0.54 out of 5 games. Yeah, that's if I bet, I'm going with that, to be honest with you. Okay, on to the next one. Guys, if there's a game that you guys want me to talk about, put it down in the comments and I'll get it for you. Okay, the next one is FCSB versus Manchester United. Ooh, this is going to be good. FCSB, 0 injury players, and Manchester United, 3 injured players and 2 questionable. Oh wow, look at this. Their last 5 games from FCSB, 3 wins, 2 draws. So they haven't taken an L in the last 5 games. As far as Manchester United, they've actually been stepping it up. So, but they do have an L in their last 5. Only 1. The rest are all dubs. So, yeah. This one's going to be tough. This one's going to be a good one. Their total is sitting at 2.5. Let's see, have they covered this, both of them? 2.5, 1. Okay, so F, FCSB have not covered. They've covered this once out of their last 4 games. But I don't think that they'll be able to cover this one going against Manchester United because they're pretty good defense-wise right now. They've been pretty good from allowing that many goals. I think the only team that was able to score more than 2 was Britain and Hove. Other than that, their most recent game, they got a dub and they didn't allow their opponents to score 1. Manchester, yeah, they ended up winning 1-0. Then the one before that, they ended up beating Rangers 2-1. So Manchester United, their team total is sitting at 0.5. They have covered this 2 out of their last 5. So I wouldn't recommend going over that 1.5 because FCB it looks like they're pretty good too at not allowing their teammates to score. Yeah, their last 5 games, they've allowed their opponents to score total. Let's see, 2, 3, 4 goals. 4 goals out of their last 5 games. So that this is going to be a good game. This is going to be an interesting game. I don't know if I want to do that under, to be honest with you, but as far as FCSB, their team total is sitting at 0.5. And they've covered this 5 out of 5. So maybe a tie here, 1-1, or Manchester winning 2-1. But if it's 2-1, then they covered that 2.5 total, right? I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. FCSB is at home, so they should be able to cover that 0.5 because they're at home, they got that advantage, right? But who knows? Like I said, this is Manchester United, right? Manchester United, they have allowed their opponents to score at least 4 out of their last 5 games. So yeah, I think the safest bet for this one would be probably FCSB to score at least 1. So yeah, that's what I'm going with this one. Okay, on to the next game. Ferencváros versus Alkmaar. Ferencváros has no injuries. They're at home. Alkmaar, 2 questionable. Their total is sitting at 2.5. Team total, both of them are at 1.5. So these 2 have not gone head to head. Also, Manchester United and FSB have not gone head to head either. So just so you guys know, Ferencváros, they have 3 wins, 2 losses in their last 5. Their 2 most recent was the L's. They didn't even score, which is weird because they have no injuries. So, damn, that's crazy. Alkmaar, they got 2 wins and 1 L and 2 draws. Their most recent was an L. The one before that was a win, which that was versus AS Roma. So that's gonna be interesting. Let's see. As far as the total 2.5, have they covered this? It seems like Feta has been covering this 2.5. 1, 2, 3. 3 out of the last 5, except for their most recent, right? And then Akmar, the total for 2.5, they have allowed this two. Oh, wow. Two out of the last five. So, as far as the total, 1.5, I don't know if. This is going to be difficult. It's a good one. As far as ties, Ferran Barros hasn't even gotten a tie. They got 3 wins, 4 L's, no draws. So they don't really draw, right? They either win or they lose for the Europe League. So Ahmad, though, they do have 2 draws, 3 wins and 2 L's for the Europe League. I don't know. This one's okay. Let's see. The total for 1.5 Ahmad. Have they covered this? They have not covered this. They've covered this 2 out of their last 5. Their 3 most recent, though, they did not cover this. So maybe Ahmad under 1.5. Yeah. Or actually, I don't know. This is a tough one. Because Ferran their most 2 recent games, they didn't even score. So I can easily say under 1.5 for Ferran, but before that, they ended up scoring 4 goals, right? So this is how it is. Look, and I'm gonna say from the most recent to the least, right? So it's 0 goals, then 4 goals, then 4 goals, then 1 goal. So they've covered this 1.52 out of the last 5. Probably I would do under 1.5. Same thing goes with Ahmad. 1.5, they've only covered this 2 out of the last 5. 3 most recent, they did not. So I guess, I don't know. You can pick one of these and I guess toss a coin. I'm not betting this one. This is too risky. If I had to bet one, I would probably do Ahmad under 1.5. It seems like that's more promising. Okay, on to the next one. Lyon versus Razgrad. Okay. Lyon, 2 questionable. Razgrad, 1 player with red card. The total sitting at 3. Team total team total for Lyon is 2.5. And Razgrad's team total would be 0.5. Wow. Lyon has not been able to cover that 2.5 in their last 5 games. They are at home, though, for this game. But Razgrad, though, they haven't even allowed their opponents in their last 5 games to score over 2.5. The most they've scored against Razgrad was 2 points. So I don't know where that 0.5 is going to come from. But I guess you never know, right? I mean, these are 2 different teams from 2 different leagues. So maybe the French league is, I don't know. But I mean, in the last 5 games from Lyon, they haven't even won. Same thing with Razgrad. Their last 5 games, they haven't even won. So maybe a tie. I see this happening. I see a tie, right? Either Lyon's going to win or it's a tie. But as far as 2.5, Lyon, I don't think so. I might do the under or the total under for this one. Um, Radgrass 0.5. They have covered this 2 out of the last 5. Their most recent, they couldn't even score a goal. So maybe under 3 from this one, right? Maybe Leon wins 2-0. That hits that under. Okay. Sorry. Just putting down my notes. In case this thing takes a shit again, like yesterday. All right. On to the next one. Maccabi versus FC Porto. Their team total, or actually, I'm gonna start with the injuries. Maccabi has 0 injured players. They're at home. Porto, 3 questionable. The total is sitting at 3. Team total for Maccabi is sitting at 0.5 and Porto is sitting at 2.5. So let's see. These two have gone head to head though. They have gone twice. They've done this twice. In those 2 times, Porto has won. So give me Porto to win for sure. But as far as the points, 2.5. So Porto has been able to cover this once out of the 2 games they've played. But the most recent games they've played, they haven't covered this 2.5 in their most recent 4 games. So 1 out of 5, they've covered the 2.5. Other than that, and that was back in December 28, 2024. So this year, they haven't covered that 2.5. So I don't know if this team allows that many goals, right? That's what it's basically telling me. I don't know why it's that high. Let's see. Yep. Maccabi does allow that many goals. No, I apologize. They've only allowed this once. Wow. That's what I was looking at. So they've scored, but then again, they haven't gone versus a Portugal league team. Maccabi is an Israel team. They're from that league, Israel. So I don't know. Like I said, Porto has covered this 3 once out of the 2 times they met. And as far as Maccabi, that 0.5, they've covered this once out of the 2 times they met. But in the last 5 games Maccabi played, they've covered this 0.5 easily. And that's more than I can say about Porto. Porto's only covered this 2.5 once out of the last 5 games. And they've been playing in their league. So maybe give me Maccabi to cover that 0.5. Either that or I'll do the under on the total points, just because Porto they haven't been able to cover this. And Maccabi seems like they don't really allow this. They don't allow them. And the most they've allowed is 3 goals. But and even though that covers it, I know that covers it, right? But that only happened once. Yeah, that only happened once in their last 5 games. Other than that, the most was 2. So I don't know. That's too risky. I'm gonna go with Maccabi 0.5 just to score a goal. They have no injuries, and they're at home. Okay, on to the next one. Nice versus Bodo. All right. Basically, a French team versus a Norwegian team. These two have not gone head to head. Nice have won 3 in their last 5, 2 L's. Bodo, they have 4 wins, 1 L. Yeah, 4 wins, 1 L. Um, so for the Europe League, Nice have not been able to win. That's crazy. They have 2 draws and 5 L's for the UEFA Europe League. As far as injuries goes, they got Nice has 3 injured players and 1 questionable. Bodo only 1 injured player. Bodo for the Europe League or the the UEFA Europe League, they've gotten 4 wins, 1 draw, and 2 L's. So, okay, the total sitting at 3. The total sitting at 3, and team total for Nice is at 1.5. They're both sitting at 1.5 for the team. Nice have covered this in their most recent game. Yeah, so they've covered this 2 out of their last 5 games. Their 5 most recent games, they covered this 2 times, 1.5. Other than that, they haven't, but they haven't even gotten a win for the Europe League. So that's crazy. I don't know. They're playing at home, so maybe they get their first dub, but who knows? As far as Bodo covering their 1.5, they've covered this. Oh wow, they've covered this 5 out of 5. Damn, this team must be that good. It's kind of risky though, but hey, I mean 5 out of 5. Oh crap, they played against Manchester United and covered this 1.5. So there you go. I think that's the safest thing right there. Bodo over 1.5. I probably won't bet this one, just to be honest with you, because I don't know much about this team, but just the stats here alone, and it seems like they have more goals than Nice. So, but I mean, they're two different leagues, right? Yeah, 2 different leagues, but man, I don't even care. They were able to score 2 goals against Manchester United. Yeah, that right there just convinced me that they'll be able. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win this one. You know, it might be 3-2, but or it might be a draw 2-2, right? But they've covered 5 out of 5 on that 1.5. So yeah, give me that. Okay, on to the next game. Olympiacos versus Karabakh. Oh man. Okay, injuries. Olympiacos only 1 injured player. Karabakh 0 injured players. The total is sitting at 3. Um, team total Olympiacos 2.5 and Karabakh 0.5. They've actually gone head to head twice. But this was back in 2022, and Olympiacos wasn't able to score, not once. From then to now, I mean, we're talking about a whole different squad, right? A whole different squad. So in their last 5 games for Olympiacos, they got 4 dubs, 1 draw. Karabakh only 1 win. And they were able to beat Bodo, which we were literally just talking about. 2-1. But that game wasn't that game wasn't that game was back in November 7th, 2024. So man, they've only played once this year. That's crazy. They've only played once this year. We're about to hit February and they've only played once. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Anyway, um, let's see. As far as a win here, Olympiaco is at home though, and I mean they were able to beat Olympiacos was able to beat Porto, so then they tied against Panathinaikos, which is I can't pronounce the name, but they're a good team. That team is from the Greek Super League, so and it's a pretty good team. So give me give me Olympiacos to win this one. As far as the total points for the 2.5 Olympiacos, they haven't been able to cover this in the last 5 games. So probably I'll just put Olympiacos to win straight up. Um, Karabag, they're 0.5, or yeah, they're sitting at 0.5. They've covered this. They've covered this 3 out of the last 5. So yeah, give me Olympiacos to win straight up. I don't know how I feel about the points though on this one. If I had to choose, I would probably do under 3 total points. Because even if Olympiaco wins and Karabakh don't even score, I do see maybe a 3-0 here. Maybe they'll go over that 2.5 once, but that's too risky. That's too risky. Maybe even I don't know. That's too risky. 2.1 is too risky. But I do see Olympiacos winning this one, though. I do see them winning this one. So maybe I'll put that in a parlay. Okay, on to the next game. Rangers versus Union Saint Gilosis. Giloisis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay. Injuries. Rangers have 1 player with a red card, 2 questionable. Union is sitting with 1 questionable. Total sitting at 3. Team total sitting at 1.5 for each of these teams. Wow. Union hasn't taken an L in their last 5 games or a draw. They've got nothing but wins. Oh, these 2 teams have gone head to head. Union has won once and Rangers have won one. So they're 1-1 right now. The most recent game, both of these games were back in 2022. We're talking about, no, not a whole new squad. I don't know why I thought 0-2. I wonder if that was same thing from the game we just talked about last time. But anyway, we're on this one now. So the most recent game, August 9, 2022, Rangers did win 3-0. The one before that was August 2nd, 2022, Union winning 2-0. So, but Rangers are at home. I'm expecting the Rangers to step it up this time because I don't know. They're weird sometimes. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're not. But yeah, I'm expecting Rangers to apologize. Tired ass. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, give me Rangers to win. As far as the totals, Rangers have covered this 1.5 4 out of their last 5 games. That 1.5 for Union, they've covered this. Wow, they've covered this 4 out of the last 5 too. So this is going to be a good game. Maybe I want to say a draw, but I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Maybe a draw. Seems like they're both pretty good, and then they're both they both have one win against each other. So one win, one L. I don't know. This is gonna be a good one. I'm probably not gonna bet this one. Just looking at this, says actually, yes, I am. If they do score, if they do score, if Rangers do for this at 1.5, maybe I'll do a total. Maybe do a total over 3. I can see this going 2-2. I don't know. I don't know. It's tricky because the last 2 times they went head to head, they didn't cover this over on the 3. So, yeah, this one's tough. Yeah, I'm not betting this one. I'm not betting this one. It's up to you guys what you guys want to do with this one. Maybe Rangers over 1.5, but that's risky. Okay. On to the next one. Yeah. On to the next one. Okay. Real Sociedad versus, how do you pronounce this word? Salonika. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Salonika. Another Greek Super League team. These two have not gone head to head. Real Sociedad, 1 injured player. Salonika, 4 questionable. I want to say Real Sociedad to win this one, but man, they haven't even their last 3 most recent games from Real Sociedad L's. They got 2 wins, 3 L's. Those 3 are the most recent ones. As far as Salonika, got 2 wins, 2 L's, 1 draw. For the UEFA Europe League, they did get a dub, but they went against Prague. And Prague, they're not a good team, to be honest with you. But then again, I don't know how this team is. Seems like they're good from not allowing other teams to score. But then again, these teams are from the Greek. And this is a Spanish team from Spain. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this one and say Real Sociedad, maybe put them in the parlay with Olympiacos. I mean, hopefully finally they get the dub. They are playing at home. It's just both of these for the Europe League, they're sitting in the same level. 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 L's. They're both equally the same. So, but Real Sociedad at home, they got to turn stuff around. They just have to turn stuff around, right? So yeah. As far as points, 1.5 for Real Sociedad. They have not covered this 5 out of 5. So if they do win, it'll probably be 1-0. Salonika's team total sitting at 0.5. They've covered this 4 out of their last 5. So tough decision. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, so I'd also say that to win. Put that in a parlay. Points. I don't know. I also say I haven't covered the 1.5. So maybe I'll do under, but that's a tough one. Okay, on to the last game. Wow. We're basically doing an hour again. I was really hoping not to, but hey, I love doing this and I love doing this for you guys. So let's do this. Okay. Don't forget to put your comment in the bottom. Let me know what's your prediction. I'll pick a lucky comment, or even if it's just one, I'll ride with it. And I'll give you a shout out. All right, cool. Let's do this. Tottenham versus Elsborg. think that's how you pronounce it, Elfsborg. As far as injuries, Tottenham do have 4 injured players and 5 questionable. Elfsborg, 0 injuries. The total is sitting at 3.5. Team total for Tottenham is sitting at 2.5. Elfsborg, 0.5. Let's see. Have they gone head to head? No, they have not gone head to head. So Elfsborg covering that 0.5. They've only covered this 3 out of the last 5. Damn. That's sad. But they did get a dub, the most recent, and that was versus Nice and Carabao. So they got 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 draw. Or my bad, 2 wins, 1 L, and 2 draws. The L was against Athletic Club. Tottenham sent with 2 wins, 3 L's in their most recent 5 games. For the Europa League, Tottenham has 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 L, and Elfsborg with 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 L's. So 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 L's. Yeah, I apologize if I got that wrong the first time. So as far as the total for Tottenham, 2.5, they have only covered this 2 out of their last 5. The most recent, they did not cover that. The one before that, they were able to cover that, and that one was against Hoffenheim. But Hoffenheim, they haven't been all that great the most recent game. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to go off of this one. Tottenham is playing at home, and I feel like they will win this one. I just don't know if I see them making 3 goals. Maybe 2-0. Maybe 2-0. But we'll see. I mean, their most recent game was an L versus Leicester City. And Leicester City, I don't know how they got that win. Because that team has been dookie in their most recent games. So, I mean, maybe that's why they got that many injuries. Maybe that's what happened. Or that's why it happened, because they got that many injuries from Tottenham. But either way, though, I see this one as a win. As far as points, though, I don't know. Maybe I'll do the under on the 3.5. Yeah, because even if it's a win, maybe 2-0. And if it's a draw, 1-1, 2-2, maybe not 2-2. Dalsberg won't make 2 on Tottenham. But never know, right? Maybe I'll just put this one in a parlay with the Olympiacos and Real Sociedad. But yeah. Okay. That's where I'm going with that. All right, guys. This is a long video. I'm hoping that the information I gave you guys was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And most of all, I hope you made some money, because I made money. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next video. Deuces.